A civilization of giants, a world powered by harmony, and truths the surface world would never believe. Tonight, all journeys end, and Olaf pays the price for knowing too much. Welcome to Whisper Reads, where forgotten tales and forbidden stories breathe again. This is the final episode of The Smokey God, a tale of discovery, loss, and the burden of truth. Previously, Olaf and his father explored the wonders of the inner world. They walked through healing halls and a city of radiant stone. They learned that the giants had watched humanity rise and fall for countless ages. But paradise could not hold them forever. And the giants warned, your world is not ready. After nearly 2 years in the inner world, my father said what I had known he would say. Olaf, it is time to go home. His voice was steady, but I could see the pain behind his eyes. We loved this place. We belonged here more than we had ever belonged on the surface. But the memory of our old life, of familiar seas and skies, called to him. The elder giant met us at the shore where our small boat had been kept in perfect condition. You have walked our lands and learned our truths, the elder said. But know this, your world will not believe you. My father bowed. Truth is truth, he answered. The elder's expression darkened with quiet sadness. And truth has a cost, he said. The giants raised their hands in farewell as we pushed off from the shore. Their enormous figures stood beneath the glowing inner sun, becoming smaller as we drifted away. It felt like leaving family. At first, the journey home was peaceful. Warm winds carried us across calm water. The inner sun hung steady behind us. My father seemed strangely calm. Whatever happens, he said, remember this place. Never doubt that it was real. I promised him I would never forget. As we neared the ice passage, the world began to change. The air cooled, the sky darkened. Winds picked up, swirling around us with growing force. The outer currents, my father said. The two worlds are pulling against one another. Black clouds gathered overhead. Lightning flickered, not like the lightning I knew, but strange, twisting arcs that bent in unnatural angles across the sky. The sea rose into great, heaving swells. Our small boat was tossed like a toy on a furious ocean. Hold on, Olaf, my father shouted. A wave crashed over the deck, tearing at the mast and rigging. The ship groaned, wood straining, everything shuddered. Then came a crack, like the sky itself breaking. The mast snapped. Another wave struck. I was thrown into the freezing water. When I surfaced, gasping, the storm had eased, but the damage was done. Wreckage floated all around me. I clung to a piece of broken timber and shouted my father's name. At last, I heard a weak reply. I swam towards the sound and found him clinging to a shattered section of the mast. His skin was pale, his breathing shallow. Father, hold on, I said. We'll make it. He looked at me with a tired, gentle gaze. Olaf, my son, he said, listen to me. Don't speak, I begged him. Save your strength. He shook his head. You must tell the world what we saw, he whispered. Even if they call you mad. Even if no one believes you. His fingers tightened briefly around my hand. Never let anyone take the truth from you, he said. His grip loosened, his eyes closed, and my father, my companion, my teacher, my hero, slipped away from this world in my arms. I cried out into the empty air until my voice broke. The sea did not answer. Days passed in a blur of cold and hunger and fading strength. A whaling ship finally found me, barely alive, drifting on the open water. The sailors pulled me aboard and tried to piece together my broken story. I told them of the warm wind beyond the ice, of the inner sun, of the giants and their radiant cities. At first they laughed, then they grew uneasy. By the time we reached land, they had decided there was only one explanation: madness. Authorities agreed. I was locked away in an institution, and for 28 years, my story was laughed at, dismissed, and buried under the label of insanity. Only in old age, when the world finally grew tired of me, did I find peace. I wrote down everything, every detail of the voyage, every memory of the inner world. I called it the Testament of Olaf Jansen, a record of what I saw and what my father died believing the world needed to know. Whether anyone accepts it, it's not for me to decide. I can only leave the truth behind and hope that somewhere, sometime, someone will read these words and understand. Thank you for embarking on this journey through the Smokey God here on Whisper Reads. If this story opened your imagination, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss future deep dives into lost stories and ancient mysteries. Drop a comment below and let me know what your favorite part of the story was. What you feel about the inner earth. Is it real or is it not? And maybe drop some stories that you might like to hear. All right. Thanks. Our next journey begins soon.